What's going on, everyone? Levaughn Jones with 360 Lifestyle Journey here bring you all another total body routine. Today's routine will be broken down into 3 rounds. Each round doing each exercise 30 seconds. Remember, rest when needed and get back in it when you can. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started with our warm-up. Still starting with the right ankle circles, then straight to the right up and down ankle flexions, straight to the left ankle circles, and left up and down ankle flexions. Remember, with these, if you have trouble with your balance, find something to balance on until you complete these warm-up exercises. Remember to draw big ankles with your circles for the ankle circles, and to pull your toes as high and close to your shin as you can on the up and down ankle flexion, and push your toes down as far as you can on the same exercise. You're switching sides right here, moving to the left side.
Left plantar and dorsi ankle flexion.
Remember to also focus on your breathing throughout these, taking deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Next up, we have side-to-side lunges. Trying to keep your toes pointed forward as much as possible. You're simply going to lean down to your left side or your right side as you're going down in a squat position. You want to keep that opposite leg straight. Keep your heels planted down to the ground. Going back and forward, left to right.
Torso twists.
Next we have is torso twist. Simply going to twist from left to right, warming that back up.
Right shoulder circles.
All right, our next warm-up exercise is going to be our shoulder circles. Simply going to rest your left forearm on your left leg, and you're going to draw big circles, pointing your fingers toward the ground for your right shoulder circles. And we're going to switch, and we're going to do the same thing on the left side. Still pointing those fingers toward the ground, making big circles with our shoulders, getting our shoulders warmed up here.
Forward arm circles.
Our next warm-up exercise is going to be forward arm circles. Here you want to make big circles with your arms, going as high as you can. Just simply here, just trying to warm our shoulders up. And we're going to switch and do the same thing backwards, doing backwards arm circles.
Hug yourself.
Next we have is hug yourself. You're simply going to open up as far as you can, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Reach across your body, alternating the top arm each time, trying to grab the back of your shoulders.
Get ready.
All right, we're going to kick it off with round 1. First exercise we have is dumbbell decline bench press. The second one will be dumbbell lying tricep extensions. And the third, dumbbell front and lateral raises. And the last will be a goblet squat. On these decline bench presses, you're simply going to be in a decline position on a decline bench. And you're going to perform the same motion that you would as a regular flat bench press or an incline bench press. Simply bring the weight to the lower part of your chest, press it back up, keep your elbows as tight as possible, driving with force up. Control down, drive with force up. All right after that, we're going to take a 15-second rest, and we're going to perform the same exercise for 2 more rounds. Then we're going to move on to the second exercise of round 1. Remember to keep your feet wide here. That'll keep your back down and keep your butt down as well. So spread your feet as far apart as you can if you don't have the leg rest for the decline position. There are some benches that have a leg rest for you to hold your legs up on while you're doing the decline bench press. If you don't have that, simply spread your feet as far apart as you can.
15-second rest.
All right, it's gonna be our last round of our decline dumbbell bench press. Remember to rest as you need to. Get back in it when you can. It's not a race. Go at your pace. Remember to also pick a weight that you can handle. But once you get close to 10 to 12 rep range, around the second and third round, it should be a little challenging to you. All right, moving on to this next exercise we have. We have dumbbell lying tricep extensions. Simply gonna find yourself a flat bench. Sit down on that bench, lay back. You're gonna extend the weight over your chest. Bring your arms back slightly. And you're simply gonna bend at the elbow and straighten your arms back out. Remember, here is the same as the bench press, to keep your legs wide so that you keep your butt down, so that you're not using your legs for this motion. You simply want to use your triceps. You want to drop the dumbbells as low as you can behind your head. Then you want to, without moving your arms back forward, simply straighten your elbows back out. Remember to rest when needed and get back in it when you can, you all. We're going to be here for 3 rounds, 30 seconds each. All right, round 2. Same exercise. Remember to breathe. Breathe in as you're dropping the weight down. Breathe out as you're exerting the force up. Rest when you need to and get back in it when you can. We're wrapping it out, guys and girls.
15-second rest.
We got a quick rest here, then we're gonna get the last one. Last round of our lying tricep extensions.
Lying dumbbell tricep extensions.
That's 30 seconds, you all. Hang tough. Drop that weight low as you can. Remember to keep your arms back slightly, not straight over the chest. Just a slight with bend, not a bend, but keeping them straight. A slight with angle backwards. Drop the weight down as far as you can. Extend it back up.
30-second rest.
All right, that'll get that one. Now we're gonna get ready to move on to our third exercise of our first round. We have our dumbbell front and lateral raises. With this one, you don't have to go extremely heavy on the shoulders. Just pick you a weight that you can do that won't put too much stress on the shoulders, because they're kind of in an awkward position. So here, you simply want to raise. If you're raising to the front, you don't want your wrist to come above your elbow. If it goes slightly above, that's fine, but you don't want to come all the way up. You want to try to aim to keep your wrist below your elbow on the front and on the side. You're simply going to pull up, trying to aim to keep your wrists below your elbows.
15-second rest.
We got our first rest here. Then we're going to move in and do these 2 more times.
Dumbbell front and lateral raises.
Go with round 2. Still performing the same exercise. You're simply just going to fight it out, you all. Remember, rest when you need to. Breathe throughout this entire exercise. Breathe in as you're lowering the weight. Breathe out as you're coming up. Do not hold your breath at all. Make sure you breathe.
15-second
Try not
rest.
to let the weight just completely drop down. Try to control it as much as you can. Bring it back to the start position.
Dumbbell throw down lateral raises.
All right, here we go. Last round, you all. Give it what you got.
Second rest.
All right, we're gonna rest here. We're gonna move on to our final exercise of round one. Our final exercise for round one is going to be the goblet squat. For this, you're just gonna need one dumbbell, and you're simply gonna cradle the dumbbell under the weighted part, holding it in front of your chest, never letting it move again. And you're simply gonna perform squats here. Sink low as you can. Keep those heels down, push that butt back, engage your core, and sit low as you can. Drive up. Hold it for a second at that bottom. Drive it back up. Remember to breathe. Breathe in, breathe out.
15-second rest.
We're still gonna be doing each of these for 30 seconds, followed by a 15-second rest. We're gonna jump back in it again.
Dumbbell
All
goblet
right, here
squat.
we go. Second round. Remember, you all drop low as you can. Try not to let your knees go over your toes. You wanna sit back on your heels. Find your comfort zone in your squat. Everybody's squat, bottom squat position, feet position is different. So find your comfort zone. Keep your chest up. Sit low as you can.
15-second rest.
Remember to break as you need it. Get back in it when you can. Final round, you all. Then we're going to take our minute rest. We're going to move into round two.
Dumbbell goblet squat.
Here we go, final round. Last 30 seconds. Let's get it.
One minute rest.
And rest. That'll complete round one. Now we're finna move on to round two. Our exercises for round two are dumbbell reverse flies, my apologies, preacher curls, dumbbell side to side lunges, barbell bench hip thrust, and dumbbell calf raises. First exercise we have is dumbbell reverse fly. You can go heavy here if you want, or you can choose to go light, but the main objective here is to have a slight bend in your elbows as you're bent up, leaned over at the waist, hinge at the hips, and you in an athletic stance, and you simply want to leave a slight bend in your elbows, and you want to open up, squeeze your shoulder blades together. All right, let's go ahead and get ready. Finna get ready for round one. Dumbbell reverse fly. As you can see, simply just want to open up, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Leave a slight bend in your elbows, hinge at the hips, and squeeze. Drive those elbows back, open up, squeeze your shoulder blades together.
Second rest.
We're gonna rest here. Take a quick 15-second rest. We're gonna jump right back in it for round two. Second set. Let's get it. Get ready. Let's go. Remember, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Drive your elbows back. Breathe, y'all. Breathe throughout. If you need to rest, rest. Get back in it when you can. All right, final rest of this set here. We're gonna perform our third set of our dumbbell reverse flies. Then we're gonna head to our second exercise of round 2. Let's get ready. Let's go. Remember to squeeze those shoulder blades together. Breathe in. Breathe out as you're exerting the dumbbells back and squeezing your shoulder blades. Breathe in as you're bringing them back to center. Remember to rest as you need it. Get back in it when you can.
Rest.
Sorry about that, y'all. Had some little technical difficulties. But we're back now. Getting ready to move on to our second exercise of round 2. This exercise is going to be a preacher curl. So if you're at a gym, simply find yourself a preacher curl station. Pick the weight that you can handle. And you want to sit down.
Preacher curls.
And you want to perform curls. You don't want to lock your arm completely back out when you're doing these. You want to keep some tension on it. This exercise is pretty much self-explanatory. The only thing I would say is line your arms up on the pad with your shoulders and elbows. Keep everything aligned. Keep your shoulders, elbows, and wrists aligned. You don't want your elbows too far in. You want everything in a line. And as mentioned earlier, you don't want to lock all the way back out. You want to keep some tension on the bicep. So go down where you still see a slight bend in your elbows, then curl it back up. Remember to rest when you need to. Get back in it when you can. Perform as many reps as you can. Rest when you need to. Got one more round here with the preacher curls. Then we're going to move on to our next exercise of round 2. Let's get ready. Final round, final set.
Preacher curls.
Remember to breathe, you all. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. You want that last round to be very challenging. That's why you pick a weight that once you get to that second round, it becomes challenging to you. That way, by the time you make it to the third round, it'll be very challenging to you. All right, you all. That'll finish that set. We're done with the preacher curls. Now it's time to move on to the barbell bench hip thrust. For this one, simply gonna find you a barbell. If your gym has access to a pad, you should go ahead and place that pad on the barbell. Pick you a weight that you can handle, and you're gonna sit that pad. I'm sorry, I apologize, y'all. We're on to the side-to-side lunge. For this one, I didn't have as much room as I would like, but you wanna bring your feet back to center. You wanna step out, feet back to center, step out, feet back to center. You want to put all the weight on that leg and press it back. Gonna be here for 30 seconds each. You're simply gonna take your dumbbell. You can either have 2 dumbbells and hold your hands to the side, or you can have 1 dumbbell in the goblet position, like you see that I have in the video.
Dumbbell side to side lunge.
All right, second set. Like I said, make sure you have enough room to be able to perform these. I was kind of short for room. So just make sure you have enough space to be able to do these.
15-second
And you want
rest.
to aim to keep your toes pointed as straight as possible. Sit down on that side, keep that opposite leg straight. Put all your weight on that leg that you're leaning toward and press up.
Dumbbell side to side lunge.
Final round, final set here. We're gonna move on to our next exercise. Really sink down in that position as far as you can. That's gonna get it for those. Next exercise we have is gonna be, now we're on to the barbell bench hip thrust. So remember to keep that pad. You wanna sit that pad right on your pelvis. You wanna sit back on your bench and you wanna slide down that bench until nothing but your upper back is on it and your arms are resting on the bench as well. You're simply gonna come down, and you're gonna come up to a tabletop position, squeezing at that top. Squeezing your glutes at the top. Keep your knees out. Point your toes straight ahead. Hinge down. Tilt your pelvis. Drive the weight up, squeezing your glutes. It's very important here to pick a weight that you can handle, but that will also challenge you in the second and third round. Short rest here, then we're gonna get back in it for our second set. Remember, keep only your upper back on the bench. You're gonna hinge down, tilt your pelvis, explode up through the hips, squeezing your glutes at the top. Breathe in as you drop your pelvis, breathe out as you explode the weight up.
15-second rest.
All right, third set, you all. Third and final set of this set of barbell bench hip thrust. Let's get ready and get it. Remember, tilt your pelvis, drive and squeeze, drive and squeeze, drive and squeeze. Breathe out on the way up, breathe in on the way down. Rest when you need to and get back in when you can.
30-second rest.
All right. That was the final set of our barbell hip thrust. Excuse me. Now we're going to move on to our dumbbell calf raises. Simply find you 2 dumbbells to hold in each hand. And if possible, find you a place where you can elevate your toes. And we're going to perform calf raises. Squeeze at that top. Get a nice squeeze at that top. And leave a slight bend in your knees. You don't necessarily have to have them locked out. Just drive up and down, squeezing at the top. We're going to be here for 30 seconds each set.
Second rest.
Getting Ready for set 2.
Dumbbell calf releases.
Let's go ahead and get back and let's get started. Remember to squeeze at that top.
Second rest.
Last and final round of our set of our dumbbell calf raises, and let's go ahead and get started. Remember to squeeze at that top, leave a slight bend in your knees. Press up as high as you can.
One minute rest.
All right, that'll finish that off for us. We're done with round 2. On to our final round. Everybody favorites. We're working out the abs here. First exercise we have is leg raise hold. Simply going to perform a 6-inch or higher hold on your leg, keeping your lower back pressed to the ground. And you're going to hold for 30 seconds here. After that, we have right and left side plank dips. You're simply going to be in the side plank position, and you're going to dip your hip down and press it up as high as you possibly can for both the left and the right side. The final exercise that we're going to do is called the hollow rock hold. You're simply going to hold your legs up and your hands behind you, arms behind you as well, and you're going to hold, squeezing and looking up. All right, let's get ready.
Leg raise hold.
Performing the leg raise hold here. Also, during this exercise, keep your shoulders off the ground and look forward at your feet. Breathe throughout, you all. Do not hold your breath on these. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Control your breathing here. After this, we're going to flip around and have our right elbow down. We're going to perform our right side plank dips. Going straight to them, no rest in between, you all.
Right side plank dips.
All right, going straight to our right side plank dips. As you can see, right elbow down. Just going to dip your hip down and press it as high as you can. If these are a little too challenging for you, simply take that bottom foot, which will be your right foot since we're doing the right leg. My apologies, since we're doing the right side. Put it behind you in a 90 degrees and perform it that way. It will give you a little bit more support. Want to switch around, get the same thing on the left side. Squeeze your core throughout this entire routine portion, you all. You want to be squeezing your abs and your core the entire time. Remember, the same here is from the right side. Drop that left leg back at 90 degrees. Drive your hips up and down. Lastly, we have the hollow rock hold. Gonna lay back. Gonna raise your shoulders off the ground, arms extended out behind you, legs extended out in front. Only thing you really want touching the ground is your lower back. And you're just gonna hold. Make sure you're breathing throughout, you all.
30-second rest.
All right. That'll get set 1. We're on set 2 of our final rounds, working out our abs here this time. Starting all the way back over, starting with the leg raise holds. Remember, keep your lower back flush to the ground. Raise your legs up, shoulders off the ground, and hold. You can place your hands wherever you may like. I put mine to the side. Keep that lower back flushed. Squeeze that core. Trying to drive your stomach to your Drive your belly button, stomach towards your back, squeezing it out, you all. Keeping those shoulders off the ground. Keeping those legs straight. Hold it out, 30 seconds. Remember, rest if you need to. Get back in it when you can.
Right side plank dips.
All right, switching it out, going to right side plank dips here. Remember, if these are too challenging to be up completely on your feet, simply drop that right leg behind you at 90 degrees and shoot that hip high as you can. Dip it back down, shoot it back up. Breathe throughout, you all. Rest when you need to. Get back in, wrap it out
Left side
until the
plank
time
dips.
is up. And switch sides here. Get the same thing on the left side.
Hollow rock hold.
All right, on to the hollow rock hold. Arms behind you, shoulders off the ground, legs up, holding. Only thing that should be in contact with the ground here is your lower back. Perform these as long as you possibly can within the 30 seconds, you all. If you can make it the entire time, that is
30
perfect.
second rest.
All right, that'll finish set 2 of this final round. We have one more round left. I'm gonna go ahead and end this voiceover now. That way you all can get to the cool down. You will be able to hear it if you have your headphones in or if you're watching it from TV. I also have the speaker that plays everything out, telling you the exercises. So I'm gonna let you all get into that and let you all enjoy your cool down. I hope you all enjoyed this workout. If you have any comments, please leave them. Let me know what you think I should do differently as far as the voiceover, as far as my videos, as far as anything. Just leave those comments in the comment section. And I'll see you all next time. Have a blessed one. Be blessed. Stay safe.
Right side plank dips.
Keep working, y'all.
Left side plank dips. Hollow rock hold. One minute rest. Forward long circles. Backward long circles. Hug yourself. Right shoulder circle. Left shoulder circle. Torso twists. Side to side lunge. Right hip flexor stretch. Left hip flexor stretch. Right hamstring stretch. Left hamstring stretch. Walking butt kicks. Captive cow. Child's pose.